you. And a big round of applause for Lokesh. So, जैसे कहते हैं ना बात से बात निकलेगी. So while I was listening to Lokesh, I kind of got inspired with a short story. So let me start with a story inspired by Lokesh. So this is a story which happened with me few years ago. My daughter, then 8 years, came running to me and she said, Mama, I have to tell you something. I said, okay, tell me. She said, my teacher, she's a very, very smart and intelligent lady. I said, okay, and tell me more. So she said, every time we want to go out and play, she says, okay, finish this worksheet and then I'll give you 5 more minutes, and she makes us do all our work. So we have decided that tomorrow we are going to test her intelligence. So I said, okay, and what's in mind? So she said, I'll come and tell you tomorrow what do we do. So I was curious, I was interested to know what is going to happen next day. Next day she comes from school and I asked her, so how did it go? So she tells me, what we did is we went out to the garden and we caught a butterfly in our hand. We came to the classroom and we asked our teacher, guess what is in my hand? Now remember, the teacher is very smart. Absolutely. So she knew that if I say that there is it dead or alive, the children asked. So she thought if I say it's dead, the children are going to leave it out. And then what will happen in the class? The butterfly will fly and all children will be on the table. Right? There will be a total chaos. And if she says the butterfly is alive, they will squish it to prove the point that it is not. So she gently took her hand and walked her out of the classroom, kept one hand on her shoulder, the other on her wrist, and pressed it gently to let it go. And she said, baby, everything is in your hands. So as Lokesh shared, and I thought of this story which I heard that time, and I felt, yes, she's smart, she's intelligent, because happiness is nowhere else but in our hands. Either we can sit like this, or as Lokesh just did now, activate the happy hormones. So imagine your life, every choice that you have made, every decision that you have taken is a little thread in the tapestry of the fabric of your life. Beautifully woven fabric of each one sitting in this room. You have a decision that you have taken, no matter how big or no matter how small. From the point we awaken to the time we close our eyes at night, from what to eat at the breakfast, or how to manage a teenager, or how to give that performance review at work, or how to get the productivity high. Everything is the choice that we make on a day-to-day basis. But the crux of the matter is that thinking doesn't help here. You know, as a coach, I have got the privilege to really first-hand witness and experiment with many clients where I saw the power of transformation with action taking. So that's why today the topic I chose is impulse to greater choice. I thought everybody here are meeting for the collective happiness. We are already raising the consciousness of the planet by talking about it with your beautiful smiles. But what is important is to know the choices that we are taking on a daily basis. Because life, as I just flew from Bangalore, and my flight was on time, but I was still struggling to make it on time here considering all the traffic. So I was just praying, oh, I hope I reach there on time, and I was looking outside the window of my seat. And as I saw those, rivers bending curves, and I realized that life is that. Taking turns at every moment, each one of us. None of us is away from sorrow, worry, stress, tensions. It's a part of our life. Sometimes that is swift, sometimes that is exuberant. Sometimes sometimes that is peaceful, sometimes that is contented. So there is always something, and those curves are the points where the real transformation happens. Right? The transformation, as Lokesh shared, from not so great financial background to becoming a storyteller at corporate. That turn, that is the curve that we take where the transformation happens. One such curve came in my life as well, which transformed me or inspired me to become a coach. So now when I work with workplaces, with corporates, it is not just the realm of personal happiness that we talk about, not just the culture, but actually making choices that impacts the surrounding world. And that is why I say each one of us who's sitting in this room talking about it, smiling, creating that positivity is raising the consciousness of the planet. Now, the problem is that, as I said earlier, thinking doesn't help, right? We all can think of a point, a time in our life when we had a lot of worries, right? Can you think in your mind of a time when you were really worried about something, right? Now what happened when you worried about that thing? No matter how hard you tried worrying about that thing, did you get the desired result? No. We don't get it. It is not like a switch on and switch off switch. It doesn't happen like that. We cannot just, if we had that total mindset control where we could say, okay, switch off worry and switch on happiness, that really doesn't happen. Let us try another technique, okay? All of you are great participants. I get your all attention till the back row. So let us try this one more technique. In your mind, you can bring anything. Think about anything that you want, but not a pink elephant. Okay? Please do not think about a pink elephant. Rest, you can think about anything that you want. Okay, your smiles, your laughter says a lot. Let us try something different. Now, turn towards the participant who's sitting next to you. Yeah? Look at the participant who's sitting closest to you and frown at them. Great, perfect. And now do high 10. Great, perfect. Thank you so much, everybody. So you see, thoughts are something that we cannot control, but actions are somewhat in our control. And these actions define happiness for us. And as I said, the tapestry of your life, the fabric that you are weaving every single day is made of that little thread, the little choice that you are taking every single day, whether as a parent, whether as an employee, whether as a leader, or whether as a change maker. It is all the choices, the conscious choices that you take every single day. Now, there are facts and figures, and some of you may have heard that, 40% of happiness is in our hands by researcher Sonia Lumbersky, which she says that 50% is governed by the genes that we get from our parents. Yes, but the good news is that 40% is still in our hands, and we can cultivate that with some mental, emotional habits on a consistent basis. Now, if I ask you to once again think, in fact, let us not think, because half of the time when the human minds think, it wanders away. In a research, it showed that 46.9% our mind is wandering away into some other place. For example, right now most of us are sitting here. Some of us may be thinking about someone outside the city also. Yeah? Or that project that we are working on. Or the mobiles that we hold in our hand, which wanders our mind consistently, continuously, every single day. And a wandering mind, which we humans are blessed with, is an unhappy mind. So what we have to really work on is that conscious choice of holding that thought. Yes, we cannot control it, it's proven, it's difficult. We are not monks and sages, we are living a normal life with responsibility and work. In fact, when I was coming from Bangalore airport, from Mumbai airport, I got down and I was rushing towards my cab and I tripped. And it was such an embarrassing moment. And I was like, 1 second, pause. What are you on what are the choice that you are making. Do you want to reach the venue or do you want to fall down here? So that is the example that we have to create for ourselves, asking those powerful questions. As a leader, what am I doing? What am I giving? What is my purpose? What is my goal? As a parent, what my parenting style is, what is my parenting goal is, what is the style of parenting that I want to adopt. And these are the questions that will take you more deeper in a reflective state of mind where you can actually bring a positive change, not just only think about it. So when we are talking about it, we should also find some ways to work around it as well, right? So if I have to give you 3 things that I think has worked with me over the last 9 years, it's like a seed of happiness that today you can plant and walk out of this room. You have to cultivate it with some ingredients. Those ingredients, number 1 would be hope. Now, passively thinking about hope will not get us results. As we said, action drives results. Now, if I say I'm hopeful there will be a better tomorrow and I'm just thinking about it, not doing anything, it won't work. So, hope is that light which can, light up the dark room, but it is about resilience, it is about growth mindset, it is about the grit and courage that we show when we are in that bending curve of life, when things are not going right, when there are challenges which we are all aware of. In that moment, how can we be hopeful? So let us try one more technique. You all have pencils on your table. Don't pick your neighbor's pencil, just pick up yours. Alright? And this is called a Dish and Smile pencil test. Have you heard about it? Dish and Smile pencil test. Okay, so this was also done by one of the researchers. What it says is, Dish and Smile is hypothesized as something that can bring positive emotion. What you have to do is you have to take the pencil and put the pencil on the back of your teeth. Yeah? Take the pencil, put it on the back of your teeth. Thank you for being such a sport. Thank you. Back of your teeth. Okay? As you do that, look at each other. You're smiling. This is the Dish and Smile. And Dish and Smile shows to enhance positive emotions. So this smile that we bring on our face even during difficult times can help us find solutions. Thank you so much. So can help us find solutions at the times when there are challenges, when things are not going right. So if that's about hope, that's about Dish and Smile. But again, coming back to reflection, when you want to make your day good, do you get up out of the bed thinking, okay, today will be a happy day? If you do that, how many of you do that? Great, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, wonderful. So you're already doing that, fantastic. For others who are not doing that, and if you still want to make it a great day, if you from here you want to change something, you're coming here, your time, your effort should be fruitful when you walk out of this room. So from tomorrow, ask yourself, what can I do today that will make my day happier and successful? You're setting an agenda for yourself. And once you do that, you have an intention that you have already set for the day. That is hope mindset. Not just passively thinking about it, but working towards making it actionable. Asking yourself, what are the 3 things that I will do today that will bring me joy? And that 3 things does not have to be tough, hard, difficult to achieve goals. Very, very simple things. Call my friend, or send a message to someone, or just go for a 10-minute walk. What is it? What are the 3 things that I can do today that will make me more joyful? And that's your hope mindset already in action. The second one, and which is my most second favorite actually, the second favorite and second one is love. In one of the longest study of happiness, which many of you may already be aware of, it was conducted in Harvard, where 724 people were observed through the course of their life. And they saw what does happiness actually mean through the course of their entire life. So in this 80-year study, the culmination of that entire study was just 5 words. Anyone who knows those 5 words? Okay, so those 5 words were: happiness is love, full stop. So that is what the magic ingredient love is, that can actually create happiness in our life. Now, please don't take me wrong, I'm not talking about marriage. So here I'm not referring to the marriage that you already have. Don't think of your spouses in your head now. Okay? So when I talk about love, love is much more deeper emotion than romantic relationships. Love towards nature, love towards children, love towards kindness, love towards what you do. There is so much more deeper meaning to love than just romantic relationships. And what I discovered in my journey was the power of self-love. And recently I posted about it as well, because it actually helped me transform and shed those layers, and it took maybe almost 9 to 10 years to do that, to know that, okay, I am kind of good enough just the way I am. I don't have to depend on other people's opinions, judgments, criticism, expectations. And that helped me live in a more better, happier way than what I am doing today. So loving yourself and taking care of yourself is your big ingredient of happiness. How would you again do that? Ask yourself, do I talk to myself as I would to my best friend? When you do something wrong, do you criticize yourself? Or do you say, it's okay, it was just a mistake, you can overcome it once again? Or those of you who are parents, do you talk to yourself just as you would to your child? When your child falls down, how do you pick them up and say, it's okay, are you okay, did you get hurt? Can I get you something? And when I fall down, do I ask, how many of us do that? When you fall down, the first thought that came to me was, how clumsy. Chalna nahi aata. What is the hurry? Dhyan se chalo. And then I stepped back and I, kind of activated my inner child, and I said, are you okay? You don't need to hurry. Take a pause, sit down, have some water, you will make it on time. So this is how we have to cultivate that self-love within us, which will take time. I am assuring you, it's not an easy path as it sounds. It takes time. And last but not the least, as I said, my favorite is gratitude. Gratitude is the easiest and simplest way to enhance workplace happiness. In fact, American Psychological Association did a research where they proved that 93% employees were more motivated to work and found fulfillment when gratitude and appreciation was used at work. So before we wrap this up, let us have a look at each other. Again, look at the person you frowned earlier. And just praise any one thing about them. It could be the attire, it could be their smile, it could be whatever you're observing in them. Just praise any one thing about them. And the backbenchers, are you doing that? Are you appreciating each other? Done? Yes. So this is, so before I wrap, I would say, savor these moments. Life is definitely the winding river, as we talked about. Celebrate the peaks and the curves, the valleys. Be hopeful, be courageous to reflect when you are in the valley, because those valleys, those turns, those peaks are all part of this life. So celebrate, enjoy, be hopeful, and I am so grateful for your unwavering attention and inspiring presence. Thank you so much.